In this video, I'm going to show you how to calculate a confidence interval using SPSS. I'm also going to show you how to adjust the width of that confidence interval, or your level of confidence for that confidence interval. So confidence intervals are essentially estimation. We're trying to take the data that we have in our sample and we're trying to extrapolate that data and apply it to the population as a whole. For example, I'm using the NIS lab data here. It's about 4,000 respondents. And so we can actually do a lot with these data. If we wanted to look at mean educational attainment, we could do that. We could calculate a mean and we could say, okay, the mean educational attainment for this group is X number of years, which is all well and good. But we're not really interested in these 4,000 some odd migrants. We're really interested in the millions and millions of migrants living in the United States. We want to know the extent to which these data can be used to describe that much larger population, which is sort of the raison d'etre of inferential statistics. So to calculate this confidence interval, we're going to go to Analyze, and then we'll go down to Descriptive Statistics, and over to Explore. Now, whichever variable we want to test is going to go in this dependent list box. I'll go with years of school completed. I'll put that in my dependent list box. This is going to provide me with a 95% confidence interval for the educational attainment of the entire, essentially, migrant population in the United States. I'm not really concerned about the plots, so I'm just going to have it display the statistics. If you look here, we can see that our sample mean is 13.42. So on average, our 4,032 respondents have about 13 and a half years of education. But we don't really care about them. We want to know what's going on with the larger migrant population. So to figure that out, we're going to look at this row, this 95% confidence interval for the mean. If you look here, we have our lower bound and we have our upper bound. So we can essentially say that we're 95% sure that the true population mean for immigrants in the United States in terms of educational attainment falls somewhere between these two numbers here, 13.27 and 13.56. It's the exact same way you would interpret it had you done it by hand. This is just a lot faster, and it gives you also a bunch of other descriptive statistics as well. Now let's have a look and see what happens if we increase our confidence level from 95% to 99%. So again, we'll go to Analyze and then Descriptive Statistics, and we will go to Explore. I'll keep that there, but now I'm going to go to Options. Nope, I'm not going to go to Options, my bad. I'm going to go to Statistics, and I'm going to change this 95% to a 99%. So I'm going to raise my confidence level and then click OK. And now we can compare these two values. So the mean stays the same, but our confidence level actually got wider. So here we have 13.23 and 13.61, and we compare that to 13.27 and 13.56. Anytime you increase your confidence level, you're going to make your confidence interval wider because you'll be contributing a larger z-score to the equation. But essentially, you're more certain that the true population mean falls between these two numbers at 99% than you were with these two numbers at 95%. Now I'm going to show you how to do one more thing. I'm going to show you how to calculate a confidence interval and break it up by according to the value of some other variable, or I'm going to factor it by another variable is perhaps a better way to put that. So again, we'll go to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, and Explore. So we'll keep that there. I'm going to go back to a 95% confidence level since that's more common in the social sciences. And now I'm actually going to factor this by what should we factor by? Let's factor by the sex of the respondent. And then we will click OK. And now we're actually going to have two different confidence intervals. We're going to have one for females, and we're going to have one for males. So it looks like the mean educational attainment for women is 12.79 compared to 13.93 for men, so a little bit of a difference there. And then we also get separate confidence intervals. So we could say that we're 95% sure that the true number of years, the true population mean in terms of educational attainment for women, migrant women, is between 12.57 and 13.01. Just as we could say that we're 95% confident that the true population mean in terms of number of years of education completed for immigrant men is between 13.74 and 14.12.